1978 as principal.
Okay.
Damien Memorial High School in Honolulu.
Honolulu. How long were you there?
Too long. 1980 to 1983.
Oh, okay.
No, I take that back. 1978 to 1980.
Okay.
2 years. I don't like the place.
You didn't like? No.
Oh, no. Well, it was a trying time. Brother Rice High School in Chicago, I went back to that, from 1980 to 1993.
Oh, that was a long time.
No, 1990 to 1993.
Oh, okay.
See, I told you these glasses were not too good. Okay. Then tertianship in Rome.
Oh, right. That was fun. We'll explain that in a minute.
1983 to 1984. That was, who sent me? Oh, Nick.
Oh, Nick.
Nick sent me.
No, Nick Morris is one of the brothers who's here who had a stroke, and so he was the provincial at the time.
Delightful.
Let's just, for those people who may not know what tertianship means.
Oh, yes.
Tertianship, well, I never went on it, so you'll have to explain.
Actually, it was time out from school, a time for checking your meter, as it were, and plunged, as it were, into religious experience.
Okay.
Went to Rome, and of course Rome is magnificent. You can't turn around with one that would, except you walk into a church somewhere or other, and it's magnificent. It was very, I had been in Mexico and so forth, and I think I was even in Spain for 2 years before that, but not 2 years, what am I saying? 6 months. But it was a tremendous experience. As a matter of fact, I got to shake the hand of John Paul II.
Oh, okay.
I tell you that experience. We got an audience with the Pope, and we went into the audience hall, and we were in the 2 seats in front of us, and then we were packed in the other side. I got to where we were going to sit first, and stupidly I moved in, and half of Australia moved in after me. So I pushed my way. At least I shook his hand. But I mean, they had their pictures taken with them and everything. There's a photographer. Actually, I had a picture of my hand shaking, and that's all it was.
Just the hand.
Could have been Mickey Mouse for all that.
No, he only has 4 fingers.
And a glove. Anyway, that's the way it worked.
Now, where did you live when you were in there, in Italy?
Where was I at?
Were you at the place outside the city?
No, St. John Lateran, you mean?
No, I mean, what was the name of the place where you guys live?
On the top of a hill.
Yeah, I can't remember the name.
You don't live in Vatican City?
No.
No, we were outside of Vatican City.
Outside of Vatican City. I forgot the name.
Does anybody get to stay there?
Well, no.
Yes, one of the brothers.
Yeah, he worked there.
Lived there.
He lived there and worked there. One of the guys. But we still have a place in it's in Rome, but it's outside the Vatican.
Via Marcantonio?
Via Marcantonio Colonna.
Or do you rent?
We own it because it's now what's called our generalate, where our superior general lives and his council. It used to be a school. Sort of getting us back to Rome. It's similar to clicking, the red shoes, which is what the Pope wears these days. So I thought I'd
True.
The house that we have right now in Rome, we used to have a high school. They closed it a number of years back, but they kept the house that was connected to the school. And it's a beautiful house. I mean, I was there for my sabbatical year part of 2 weeks.
I think I got to see the outside.
And it's within 10-minute walk from the Vatican. It's just fantastic. But anyway, getting back to your question, there are two pieces to profession. One is that you profess the vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience to God, community, etc. We have what are called temporary profession, temporary vows, which last a year, So you commit yourself to the congregation for a year. Then after X number of years, when we
About
were,
6.
it was 6 in
Yeah.
those days, you were allowed to take what is called final vows or final profession, where you vow, you commit yourself,
For life.
poverty, chastity, and obedience for life. So that's kind of the difference between the two. Some religious congregations, they always do a profession a year at a time. There are some sisters groups that do it, but basically it's 6 or 7 years of what's called temporary vows, and then after that you either take final profession, final vows, forever, or you say goodbye, kind of thing. I mean,
Now,
basically that's what
another aspect to that, if you have the final vows, and you should get a change of heart, let's say within a couple of years or so, you have to apply to Rome for a dispensation.
Right.
It's no longer in the hands of the congregation, you have to get it from Rome.
from Rome. Yeah.
So there is an out.
So you took off to do that. They gave you some time for that.
Yeah. You got a year off to spend in Rome.
And
Yeah.
when you were doing that, was it a tough decision for you?
Oh no, good heavens, no, I'm delighted to get to Rome. I often wanted to see it. As I
No,
say,
I mean when you made your, your
No, this was after. What he went to was many years after
Oh,
final
yes,
vows.
yes.
oh, right.
This was kind of just a renewal,
yes, that's what
kind
it
of
is.
thing.
Yeah, it's renewal.
kind of a renewal thing.
This is the brother's vacation.
A reward. It's kind of a spiritual reward, is what
yeah,
it is.
Yeah, and it was started with the Jesuits. They were the ones who really started this whole thing of what's called tertianship, because it used to be it used to be 30 years or something like that
Yeah.
after you took final profession.
Right.
That's where the tertianship, tertiary, 3 years after. That's where but it now it doesn't mean anything in terms of how many years. It's a time for renewal.
Okay.
We don't have that anymore. We don't have that particular program anymore.
No, huh?
No, it's gone.
It was fun.
Now you get if you want if whatever in your life you need time off for some kind of renewal, we have you can get either 6 months or a year off to go to study or whatever. I had one in 2001, which I think is part of the space odyssey. And of course I took it when we had the tragedy of the Twin Towers, etc. You know, I was in California at the time, and well, again, I don't want to go into all that.
San Francisco?
But no, I was in Berkeley,
Huh?
at University of University
Oh
of
my.
Berkeley. And I mean, but it was a whole different feeling, not being here when it happened.
Yes.
You know, it's because I knew some people and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, we don't do the tertianship anymore. But go ahead, go ahead, because I just wanted to say that.
In the tertianship, we weren't stuck in Rome. You got time off. We actually went to the Holy Land.
Oh, nice.
We flew to the Holy Land. And it was during the time when they were having all the trouble in Palestine.
Oh yeah.
Boo.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So it was just magnificent. We visited all the places in Palestine that were of importance. Just and the Via Dolorosa.
Dolorosa.
We went through that one Friday. Just you felt exactly involved in the whole thing. And there's one of the men carries the cross, and you stop at the various places that you would in the stations of the cross and so
Right.
forth. So it's a very moving experience. Very nice.
Now, did you go any place before or after? Did you do any side trips like to
I don't think
France or anything like that? Or
Oh,